Hello there. The EU and the Republic of Ireland are insisting that any Brexit deal includes a permanent backstop of EU control over Northern Ireland. In what can only be construed as a move to break up the United Kingdom, both the EU and Dublin have continued to insist that the only plan that can work is a permanent backstop where the EU governs all trade across the whole of the island of Ireland. Reuters reports that the Irish Prime Minister Leo Varadkar told Newstalk that the whole purpose of the backstop was that it was there in perpetuity, and the EU has also said that it was backing him all the way. The dangers to Brexit of this are absolutely clear. If our spineless government, under pressure from the Remain-led Houses of Commons and Lords, as well as the press and civil service, caves into this demand of having this permanent backstop ready, that backstop will then become the one and only solution that the Republic and the EU will ever accept. Forever. No other solution, however solid, however feasible, would ever be good enough according to them. Neither the Eurocrats nor the Republic would ever let any other solution be implemented. That would then leave the UK government with the choice between keeping the whole UK in the single market and customs union forever, or putting a border across the Irish Sea in contravention of its own promises. In either case, the UK is effectively broken up because of the existence of the permanent backstop, and we are forever then subservient to Brussels and unable to act in any capacity as an independent sovereign nation. We would be a permanent vassal state. This route to a permanently imposed backstop must not be allowed to happen. At least a government source has stated that the transition period will finish at the end of 2020. If you believe it, that is. Now, according to the Daily Mail, the George Soros-backed pro-EU campaign group Best for Britain is alleged to be embarking on a series of events to ruthlessly target MPs in an effort to stop Brexit. The Best for Britain campaign, which is backed by billionaire George Soros, is allegedly using the events to highlight ways activists can press the right buttons to frighten politicians into voting against leaving Europe. The strategy reportedly includes getting negative stories about MPs in the local and national papers because these will get them on a personal level, says the paper. This will include mass phone-ins and letter-writing aimed at MPs with small majorities to try and convince them that backing Brexit will lose them their seats. According to the report, activists are told that, like anyone, an MP is worried about keeping their job. This is a very personal motivator, and raising uncertainty in their mind about this can have an enormous impact on their actions. All I can say to the leavers is, do exactly the same. And a warning to those who think that Jacob Rees-Mogg will become the leader of the Tories and take us out of the EU. Have you seen the shift in the political debate around Rees-Mogg? It's no longer about Brexit. It's now moving slowly towards his Catholic religious beliefs. The BBC recently had a go at him on this, with Joe Coburn on the Daily Politics making a complete hash of trying to skewer him on the subject of gay marriage. The presenter asked Rees-Mogg if he could see why people might think his beliefs were a bar to high office. This led two Catholic bishops to describe the Daily Politics interview as new bigotry. Bishop Mark Davis told the Catholic Herald, "The hounding of a Member of Parliament like Jacob Rees-Mogg for simply sharing the faith of the Catholic Church indicates that the BBC and its interviewers see Catholic teaching as somehow beyond public tolerance. It is hard to see this treatment of Catholic politicians as being other than a new bigotry." I can understand this response when you consider that no one would ever challenge a believer of any non-Christian religion on their beliefs. But I would contend that this was not aimed at the Catholic Church, but an attempt to play the man, to devalue him as a potential leader of the Tories. I believe we will see a lot more of this as events unfold. But new Tory leaders have always come from one of the high offices of state, and Fraser Nelson writes in the Telegraph that the new Home Secretary Sajid Javid could be the leader in waiting the Tories need to restore purpose to the party. And Middle East Eye says, Britain had its first Jewish Prime Minister, Benjamin Disraeli, in 1868, and its first female Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, in 1979. Will Sajid Javid be Britain's first Muslim Prime Minister? Although he does not practice the religion, he supports Israel and says we should recognise that Christianity is the religion of our country. So those in waiting for Mogmentum might find themselves overtaken by the Javid Express. Finally, Philip Hammond has warned the EU that the UK will go it alone on its own satellite system if we are excluded from Galileo, and that any exclusion risks being interpreted here as a lack of trust in the UK. For national security strategic reasons, we need access to a system and will ensure we get it, he said. So, what do you think? Please let us all know by leaving a comment below. Thank you for watching. Please do like and share this video, and also subscribe to my channel. And when subscribing, please do remember to press on the little bell next to the subscribe button. That way you'll get an alert every single time I put up a new video. Thank you very much for watching.